Hello, and thank you for trusting me with your joint replacement surgery. This short video is a resource for you and your support person as you prepare for surgery. Please watch it now and rewatch it closer to your surgery day. If you have any questions, please reach out to your care team here at Atrium Health. Our goals for you are to improve your quality of life, decrease pain, enhance mobility, and help you return to the activities you enjoy.
To reach these goals, it helps to know what to expect during surgery and recovery. Joint replacement surgery is usually an outpatient procedure. Most patients return home the same day or within 24 hours. Your recovery will follow a specific timeline. Initial recovery will focus on reducing pain and improving movement over the first 6 weeks. Full recovery is generally within 3 to 6 months, depending on the type of joint replacement and individual factors. Knowing what recovery looks like is important, but just as important is making sure you're prepared for surgery. There are a few simple steps that you can take now that will make the process smoother. Please create your patient portal account. It's an easy way to connect with your care team and complete questionnaires that are needed. Setting up your portal is just one of the things to take care of ahead of time. Here are the other key steps you'll need to complete before surgery. To be ready for surgery, make sure you complete the following steps. Buy or borrow a two-wheeled walker. Arrange for help at home after surgery. Schedule and attend a pre-op physical therapy appointment. Make sure to attend a pre-anesthesia appointment to review your medicines and medical history. This appointment will be in person or a phone call depending on the location of your surgery. Wash with the chlorhexidine sponges provided to you for surgery. If you are not able to complete any of these steps, please let us know. We can change your surgery date if needed.
After your surgery, you must have someone drive you home. Arrange for someone to stay with you for the first few days, especially during meals and overnight. Most patients go home the same day once they meet physical therapy goals and are medically stable. Discharge to a skilled nursing facility is rare and depends on medical needs and insurance approval after surgery.
Along with arranging support, there are a few things you can do to prepare your home environment that will make recovery smoother. Put away slippery rugs. Prepare and freeze meals ahead of time. Clear pathways and remove cords to prevent tripping. If you have pets, arrange for someone to help with their care. Pets can get underfoot and cause accidental falls.
A nurse navigator will call you 1 to 3 weeks before surgery to review your discharge plan and discuss physical therapy options. Most people go to outpatient therapy, but if you need in-home therapy, your nurse navigator will help you arrange that.
While your nurse navigator will help guide the process, there are also some important things you'll need to do starting about 4 weeks before surgery. Stop smoking or using nicotine 4 weeks before and 3 months after surgery. It delays healing and increases infection risk. Do not have any dental work, pedicures, or elective medical procedures 4 weeks before or 3 months after surgery. This will reduce infection risk leading up to and after surgery. Trim your own nails as needed. As surgery gets closer, there are a few essential instructions to focus on leading up to your procedure. Use the chlorhexidine sponges to wash your body 3 days before and on the day of surgery. Follow the specific instructions provided in your folder. It is also important to notify your care team before surgery if you have any new cuts, rashes, or wounds which may impact your surgery. Lastly, it's important to carefully review the medication instructions you will be given, including which medicines to stop and how many days before surgery to stop taking them. Not following these instructions could result in your surgery being canceled.
On the day of surgery, it is important to follow these instructions carefully.
You may drink clear liquids up to 2 hours before arriving at the hospital, but you should not drink any liquids on the way to the hospital. Not following these instructions may result in your surgery being canceled. Once you arrive on the surgical floor and your surgery is complete, your safety is our top priority. Please use your call button anytime you need to get out of bed. Moving early after surgery is crucial to your recovery, and our therapy team will help you with walking, stairs, and movement precautions. As you start walking and participating in therapy, pain control is important. but some discomfort is expected. Your team will give you a combination of non-narcotics, narcotics as needed, muscle relaxers, and nerve blocks to help keep pain manageable. Aim to keep your pain score below 4 to support healing and sleep. Remember to ask for medicine before your pain level gets high. Along with pain control, quality sleep is important to recovery after joint replacement. While it is common for your sleep cycle to be disrupted after surgery, a regular schedule will help you return to your normal routine. To help with both pain and swelling, cold therapy and elevation are simple but very effective tools. Hip replacement patients should apply ice packs as needed, and knee replacement patients will be provided an ice machine, which is important for recovery. To further reduce swelling, elevate the affected joint above the level of your heart whenever possible, especially in the first few weeks after surgery. After surgery, you'll have a waterproof bandage. Watch for signs of drainage, especially if you notice bleeding to the edge of the bandage or any issues with the dressing, such as peeling edges. If you notice any concerns, please call the office. You may shower if the bandage is watertight, but avoid baths or pools. Clean your hands often and keep the incision area as sterile as possible. At discharge, you will be given chlorhexidine soap to use on days 1 and 2 after surgery. Also, doing deep breathing exercises can help prevent or treat low-grade fever. Another part of keeping you safe after surgery is lowering your risk for blood clots, also called a DVT. To help reduce this risk, your doctor will prescribe a blood thinner for you to take after surgery. Please follow the instructions carefully. To further lower your risk for DVT, we recommend wearing compression stockings, doing ankle pump exercises, and begin moving early after surgery. Remember, if you are discharged with compression stockings and have skin irritation, it is okay to remove them. Now, you may have constipation after surgery from anesthesia and medicines. Drink plenty of fluids and use a stool softener until your digestive systems return to normal. During your recovery, and as part of the normal healing process, most patients have bruising. It can be mild for some, while others it can be quite extensive. However, if you notice any drainage from the incision, a fever above 101.5 degrees, or increased redness around the incision, please contact the clinic right away. For 3 months after surgery, avoid dental cleanings and other elective medical procedures to reduce infection risk.
This information and more can be found in your Total Joint Pathway folder. Your care team's contact details are also included. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to helping you on your path to recovery.